Faking it was part of the plan. Falling for him wasn't. I'm about to fake my way into a predicament I never saw coming. Years ago, my uncle saved me from foster care, and now I am going to risk it all to save his floundering business from a scheming CEO. A little white lie on my resume and some fortunate events during my interview, and now I am the new executive assistant for the arrogant Jake Anders. He's a manipulative, ruthless, and hard-to-work-for CEO. At least, that's what I've been told. His unreasonably high standards have his temporary assistants quitting left and right, but at least he's easy on the eyes. However, it doesn't matter what he looks like. I need to remember he's completely off-limits. I'm here for one thing, and that's to get information to save my uncle's business. But there's a snag. The longer I work for him, the more I start to see a different side of my gruff boss. I begin to question what I thought I knew about him. Could I have been wrong about everything? Feeling caught between my loyalty to my uncle and my growing feelings for Jake. I'm faced with an impossible choice. Should I save my uncle's business, or should I pursue love and hope that my lies are never exposed? Locked in a secret romance with the stunning Lady Amelia, Philip, the Earl of Crawford, is determined to win her hand in marriage, but if her pompous brother Alfred catches wind, he fears their old university feud will shatter their chance at love. Michael is no stranger to heartbreak, and is dead set on not letting his son Philip experience the same pain. But the reclusive widower's mission to save their courtship brings him face to face with a long-lost love, the Duchess Helena, Lady Amelia's mother. Can they rekindle their spark after 3 decades apart? And will Helena ever approve of her daughter's secretive suitor? Meanwhile, Philip's sister Violet hatches a plan to draw both families together. She catches the eye of Helena's son Alfred, but what begins as a fake courtship quickly begins to become all too real. Is she willing to sacrifice the future for her brother and best friend? Or are these two families fated to remain apart? I wanted to find my soulmate. Instead, I'm matched with the one man I can't be with, my new boss. I'm Olivia, graphic designer by day, full-time dreamer always. My big plans. Rock my new job at innovative advertising and snag a storybook romance. Work? Nailed it, love? Not so much. Cupid's arrow missed me by a mile, courtesy of a disastrous date with a dude named Seb. Imagine my surprise when Seb turns out to be none other than Sebastian Elliott Blackthorne, my new boss. Talk about an awkward first day. He makes sure to include the company's strict no dating rule in my orientation, so I turn to Lovebug, the app that got it right for my friend Junie. And, in a crazy twist of fate, Seb might just be my Lovebug match now. I'm tangled in a workplace romance that's as thrilling as it is forbidden. The spark. It's real. But we can't keep it a secret forever, and now that I'm in too deep, I'm terrified that once our secret's out, it'll be over as quickly as it started. An icy, broody professor, a sweet, kind-hearted student, and a forbidden love that changes everything. The first time I met Ryland Anderson, I sprawled at his feet in his classroom. His glare burned right through me and turned my world upside down. Then, an impossible choice tore us apart before anything could happen between us. I thought my decision would calm the storm and Ryland Anderson would just become a memory. I couldn't have been more wrong. When Ryland crashes back into my life again, the spark between us turns into an inferno. Still off limits and still my professor, the storm we thought we escaped is now impossible to outrun. But the stakes are higher, his reputation, my future, and everything we stand for hang in the balance. Convenient and temporary. That's all our marriage is. My grandmother's inheritance is a problem. A problem to be solved with a marriage. And there is no handier fake husband for me than my stepbrother, Baldo Casanetti. Our family endorses the make-believe match wholeheartedly. But they don't know we have a history. Secret, forbidden history that should stay in the past. Baldo isn't the boy I once knew. A powerful billionaire, he's more poised, more infuriating, more gorgeous. More everything. He seems to have no problem forgetting the past. I'm his sister, after all. Until he first calls me his wife, and I know our reckless vows will hurt the family. Or destroy us. Ricky Dunn is the equivalent to a splinter under my fingernail. He's the older brother of my best friend, and no matter how hard either of us try, we can't seem to avoid each other. The problem started on the night my best friend and I graduated from high school. The party was joyous, a celebration. That night, I willingly gave Ricky a part of me more than the kiss we told others about. Our deal was simple. No strings. Ricky kept his side of the bargain. Years have passed. Being from the same small town and crossing paths, I haven't noticed how handsome he's become or the way he's filled out. If you ask me, he hasn't noticed me either. Until he calls. I'm working for a finance company, one he's now interviewing for. Marilyn, will you be my date for the dinner with the partners? It's only for one date and no strings. The problem is my heart hasn't kept my side of our bargain. I want at least one string. Do I agree to his proposal, or do I turn him down flat? Hester Carley has no wish to look after the pampered offspring of the rich anymore, in spite of being a highly sought-after governess. But with her elderly father frail and the roof of their run-down cottage falling in, she has no choice but to accept a dazzling new placement. Movie star Aidan Neal is box office gold, but after the tragic death of his wife Dinah Doyle, he needs Hester's help to raise their young daughter Erin. Aidan and Dinah were once the perfect Hollywood couple, but stars don't shine forever. At Aidan's glittering Hollywood mansion, Hester finds a family struggling with their grief. Hester knows she can help little Erin, but Aidan's torment is palpable. Brooding and reclusive, he is far from the picture-perfect hero Hester's seen in films. There's an edge to him that makes Hester wonder if he's hiding a dark secret of his own. Was the marriage between Aidan and Dinah as perfect as it appeared to be? Was Dinah's death really a tragic accident? When it finally comes, the truth is more shocking than Hester could ever have imagined. And she knows that if revealed, it will destroy the family she has grown to love and ruin Aidan's Hollywood dream forever. In the heart of the ordinary lies the extraordinary. Everly Baker, a girl thrust into the foster care system at the tender age of 5, finds solace amidst the whispering trees and winding trails of the forest. But her world is upended when a fateful hike leads her into the enchanting realm of fairy, where the rules of reality blur and magic thrums in the air. Lost in a realm of wonder and danger, Everly discovers that fairy holds the key to her true belonging. As she navigates this mystical land, her heart and soul awaken to a sense of home she never thought possible. And when she catches the eye of a forbidden prince, the stakes of her journey grow ever higher. Caught between the allure of her newfound home and the tantalizing pull of forbidden love, Everly must navigate treacherous paths and make choices that will shape the destiny of both worlds. In a realm where nothing is as it seems and danger lurks around every corner, Everly must summon the courage to embrace her destiny and forge her own path in the captivating world of fairy. As the well-trained knight of a dragon's trove, former Princess Nesin would rather fight off suitors than invite one in. 12 years ago, Nesin's uncle murdered her mother and stole her deceased father's throne. Nesin lived under her uncle's brutal thumb for years until she was rescued by a benevolent dragon. Now a grown woman, she protects herself and the dragon trove from the interloping rescuers her uncle sends to retrieve her so he can marry her off to the highest bidder. In a neighboring kingdom, Kaz was forced to take monastic orders when he was a child, but the handsome monk volunteered when his country needed someone to find the lost artifact Nesin's uncle, a magical golden casket rumored to make any army invincible. Forbidden from fighting by his vows but desperate to do his part in the coming war, he arrives on Nesin's doorstep with a quest she can't refuse. If they can find the casket first, the nations united against her uncle's iron rule might have a fighting chance. As Nesin and Kaz are pursued by the enemy through a dangerous world, their budding trust blooms into a love Nesin never wanted and Kaz is forbidden to feel. But when the casket falls into the hands of the enemy and an evil far worse than Nesin's uncle is unleashed, Nesin and Kaz must trust their love and work together to imprison it before the world burns. Hannah Shepherd yearns for more than the stifling expectations of Regency society. Duty, and her mother, demand she marry a man of wealth and status. Then, she meets John. John Ingham dreams of a life beyond the harsh realities of working in a mill. When he rescues a lady from the lake at Frogmere Manor, he never expects their paths to cross again. But fate has other plans, entwining their lives through a mysterious family heirloom that unlocks a long-buried secret. But a ruthless enemy lurks in the shadows, willing to silence them forever to keep the past buried. Can their bond withstand the weight of a legacy built on lies, or will the cost of unraveling the truth be too high to pay?